What's up, everybody? Yeah, one more. Here we go. The evidence is everywhere. Each one is more mind-blowing than the next. I'll make all the discoveries myself. Again, this is my discovery workbook. I don't care if I lose subscribers. I'm overjoyed by what I have. I only ever put this up to catalog my discoveries. Okay, so the SAO people, I believe they're called SAO, and this is Lake Chad, Niger. There are in the, we're looking at the, which I've discovered that the Serpent Mound is an East Coast ridge line, not the shoreline, because they knew the shoreline would erode. So there, if you look at a topographical map of Africa, there's actually, it has its own sort of natural mountain shape before you get to the coastline. That's what they were, they knew that would last a lot longer than the coastline outline. So they were smart. And that is the tracing of the Serpent Mound. The Serpent Mound, the egg part, leads you to the ENNEDI MASSIF, the ENNEDI MASSIF. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. These were the work of the Tassili Niger. That's probably where the country Niger got its name. There are over 15,000 pieces of artwork here. These are our original builders. When you see what they've done with the rock, this is where Easter Island, the Rapa Nui Moai comes from. It all comes back from here. These guys were incredible artisans. We have vastly underestimated the power of our ancestors, what they could do with stone and how great of artists they were. Okay. The art includes paintings and engravings in the rock that depicts the culture of Africans up to 12,000 years ago. So this is roughly contemporaneous with Göbekli Tepe. This is actually saying that it's younger than Göbekli Tepe. But remember, it's in Africa. And this part of Africa wasn't covered by glaciers. So while the rest of the world was struggling to survive, they were learning how to do amazing things. They were learning advanced Stone Age technology. So I would say, even though the modern academia has only dated it to 12,000 years ago, it's in northern Africa, the cradle of human civilization, of humankind. People were existing there far longer than 12,000 years. I think this came before Göbekli Tepe, and I've got a lot of evidence of that, and I'm going to show you that later. I just want to get this one done because this is the slam dunk right away. Well, here's a little more interesting background. They were executed by a hunting people in the Caspian period between 5,000 and 3,900 BP. I think that we are looking at the Tassili Niger are the mud people of the Popol Vuh. That's why they are the mud people are depicted in the Popol Vuh looking like the Moai, because the Moai look like the stone carvings of the ENNEDI MASSIF in Lake Chad. Okay, so I think it's very interesting that they were executed by a hunting people. Who were these hunting people? The Maya have the Proto-Maya, I should say, it would be the Maya, but I'm sure this comes from a more ancient myth, that there was a catastrophe. They split up. They said split up and conquer everywhere. I think this is one of the places. But the Popol Vuh says the mud people and then the stick people. So I think there may be an interim people between here. But I think the 5,000 to 3,900 BP people are the bird culture Proto-Mayan that we see in the Olmec statue that's on for sale right now. The Olmec piece that's on Trocadero for $100,000 proves Atlantis. Or what would they call themselves? We don't know. The Maya call themselves the Quiche. So people have been saying, oh, you're grasping for straws. Oh, it's, I'm unsubbing you and stuff. Let me tell you something. I'd rather have 100 people that get it than, some of these others. I didn't create this channel so that I could walk some tightrope. I'm going to go where the evidence takes me. And if you don't like it, there's plenty of cat videos or, any of the other guys. So, what would it take? What would it take to convince you that a global seafaring culture advanced megalith happened not only in pre-Columbian time, but in pre-Christian era, before the Common Era, what would it take? Would a literal megalithic map of topographic map of Africa do it for you? Okay. Yep. This is in, and I'm gonna shrink myself so you get a really good look. This is in the ENNEDI MASSIF. It's a map of Africa, and it's not just a map. It's a topographical map. These guys, from this area, this proves they circumnavigated Africa and they surveyed it. And if you don't believe me, you want more proof? Here's Madagascar. This is Madagascar. They've even got Madagascar there. This is real. And then so that people would see it, it's a megalith. They balanced it on its tip. This is like, hey, future. I mean, look at me. I'm so odd in the desert here. Huge rock on my tip. Obviously not put here by nature. How do you even do this? Look down here. There are guys resting in the shade because they are so confident that nothing is going to happen to them. This is just uncanny. This beats the pyramids, in my opinion. If you have a topographical map of Africa, and also, you know what? You see that face right there? Yeah, we're going to talk about that in another video. These guys were enormous geocarvers on a huge scale and on a tiniest scale. This is a topographical map of Africa that they surveyed. It's all there. Pick a feature, and it corresponds. And they even have Madagascar where it should be. This is a slam dunk. This is at least 12,000 years old. I think it goes back even further. Again, it's Africa. How they can say, well, we know that this region only goes back 12,000 years. How do you know that? It's Africa, just because that may be when they started, or what's left. But this is proof that there was an ancient culture. Look what they can do with stone. I don't know if we could do that today. We'd have to have some kind of base down buried underneath. How did they define? This is proof they worked with center of gravity. That guy on the internet, the YouTube guy who moves the giant stones with pebbles, this has got to be it. They figured it out because this is center of gravity work. This is a megalith, balanced, and it's a map of Africa. Topographic. This slam dunk. And that's Atlantis confirmed. Got lots more. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.